This is the Night Wolf howling at you, and this is going to be a quick little bonus video. It's going to be separate from all the other ones I've done, mostly because it's not going to match. And by that, I mean, I had asked the question previously is if the Ghostbuster figures will all be able to fit in the Ecto-1 this time around. If you might recall, you could not get all of them to fit in the 3.7-inch scale version that went along with the classic O-Ring G.I. Joe figures. And while the new figures have not come in yet that would actually be going in this car, we know they're going to be the same things. Technically, I didn't even need to order them because I do have an original set, but I have them all on display. So let's try out some of these features while we're at it right now. Oops. First things first, we are going to put the Proton packs on the Proton pack stand. By the way, there are no instructions on actually how to do this in the instructions. Well, at least I don't think there were. That is correct. There were no actual instructions on how this is supposed to go on there. So we are going to just kind of like loosely fit these on here. And I think actually maybe we will put that together like that. And then kind of force that around there. So we got it on here kind of like this, you see? And we'll do that real quick with the rest of them. How did that even get in there? All right, so we got all the Proton packs on there. This makes me wonder if that other set that's coming out is going to have a specially designed Proton packs to fit in there better. Because I'm already thinking that that wand is going up too high because of the cord. Which was the problem we had with the three. Yeah, see, look at that. Once again, the packs could only go in there if you take out the neutrino wand. Which doesn't make any sense. So if you want your Ghostbuster packs displayed in here, you have to take the wands off. Like so. Which is annoying. That being said, let's go ahead and start putting people in here. I'm going to approximate Ray holding the steering wheel because I am not even going to try to do that. So Ray fits in there just fine over there. I wasn't too worried about the driver's seat. Although I will say this does fit better than it did in the previous one. We will take Winston and put him in the passenger seat. By the way, that is a bench seat, meaning I have a suspicion here that you would be expected... There's no seatbelts. That you would be expected to actually put a third Ghostbuster on the front if you wanted to do that. All right, so we have the jump seat back here and the seat back here. Here a seat, there a seat, everywhere a seat. Let's see how well this works. Because the back is where we had the most problem with the 3.7 inch. All right, so if you look inside, his feet kind of get close. I think we could actually bend his knees up a little bit more if we wanted to. Use that double joint a little bit more here, maybe. Once again, there's his feet. I got my hand out of the way. Now let's go ahead and try fitting Peter in there. We'll kind of do the same sort of thing with his legs that we did with Egon. Hold on. I'm trying to spread him. He's going to do some man spreading. Mostly just to try to get him sitting in the seat. There we go. So, yes. Oh, good lord. You can get 4 Ghostbusters in here. I'm going to turn the lights off here. I wish those stupid lights at the front would stop flashing. Let's go ahead and lower the camera some more here so we get a more bird's eye view. That may be the best way to display that there, or to show it. You can see that Egon and Peter are sitting comfortably in the back, and you have Ray and Winston in the front. There's enough light in there to show you them all, which is pretty cool, actually. It makes me wonder, and I actually could test this now that I think about it, maybe, how this looks with a USB cord. Okay, so real quick, right now this thing is running on the USB cord. I took the batteries out, so it is running off the USB. So the lights are supposed to stay on. I'm not going to really test the timing on that. But I almost feel like the lights look a little bit brighter, to be honest with you guys. What do you guys think? Also, the lights on the front weren't flashing the way they do with the batteries. So I guess this is technically how you could display this if you wanted to and leave it plugged into the USB. And I think these lights are all supposed to stay on until you turn it off with the USB plugged in. It's actually kind of a cool idea, I'm not going to lie. I don't think I would do it, though, for the display. Aside from maybe having... Oh, Winston just slid over into Ray's lap. I didn't realize that. And everything goes off. Oh, the lights are flashing again. Let's... Huh, that's interesting. car noises without the sirens. So there you go. That is the Ecto-1. All the figures do fit in there. Unfortunately, you do have to take the wands off of the Proton packs if you want to fit the Proton packs back there, which I think is a bit of a failure on the part of Hasbro. And pretty much all that comes from this being the super, well, not super solid plastic, but because, I mean, this isn't a particularly solid plastic. But if they'd actually used like a more of a rubber tubing, then maybe we could have gotten some different bends in there and they could have fit in there with the neutrino wands. Because now you can have the Proton packs back there, but you can't have the neutrino wands with them. And that's kind of stupid. But other than that, it's a great display. And the fact that you can see the figure so nicely with the lights on. My only real complaint on that regard is that they did this kind of frosted thing here on the side windows, which I don't know if that is accurate to the movie or not. I definitely need to rewatch those movies. But even if it is, that really should have been removed from the toy just because for display, in my opinion, because it makes it easier to see inside without that. But hey, I think that turned out really nicely. And once I get those other figures, I'll probably do a quick review on the Ghostbuster 1 figures that were made for this thing. And then we will put them in place and display them. And I will show you my Ghostbuster display once all that stuff is done. So I hope you enjoyed this look at the Ecto-1 and the figures going into it. And if you did enjoy this, please feel free to slime that like button. And if you want to hear more of my nonsense in the future, you can subscribe. I thank you for watching. Peace and love.